This is the Sunday Motivational Video. Every Sunday, we bring you a different type of video, which should improve your life. Today, we're looking at 15 Rules to Win at Life, Part 2. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. How exciting is it to have you with us here today for our second part in our Rules to Win at Life series. If in the last one we published last week, we took a look at the essentials, in this one, we're going a lot more tactical and closer to the ground, with mindsets which you can incorporate immediately into your life. After analyzing some of the most successful individuals in the world, we put together this list of common traits they share in their behavior and how they approach life. This will help you no matter if you're starting a business, going through college, pursuing your passion, or just living a healthy and balanced life. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. And how about we cut the intro short on this one so we can just get started on the good stuff. Here's the second part of our 15 rules to win at life. Number 1, be intentional. Whatever you do in life, do it because you mean it. Being intentional with your actions means you're the one who's in control of what's happening in your environment. You're a change agent. Things don't just happen to you. They happen because you intended them to happen. If something good happens in your life, make sure it was by design. Be laser focused with your intent so that no matter the result, you can learn to take better aim in the future. This applies to numerous segments of your life, starting with your health, your career, your relationships. Do not just go with whatever life gives you. Be intentional in your actions and only settle when you get what you wanted. Look at your current reality and see how many things happen because of you and which events you believe happened to you. You'll be shocked when you realize how many aspects of your life you can actually control if you decide to be intentional with your actions. Number 2, don't fear the future. Only those who do not write their own future fear it. Being scared of what's ahead of you only means that you do not believe you have the right skills to handle what life is going to throw at you. The thing is, the future is already here, with every single second that's passing by. You watching this video is you taking the future and making it the present. In order to win the game of life, you need to look into the future and see opportunity, to see the vision for the world in which you are successful, and use every single present moment to make that future become a reality. We are all time travelers, traveling together into the future. Make sure it's a good one because you're the one who creates it. Number 3, don't regret the past. Why regret the past when at the moment you did what you did, you wanted to do it? The past is done and you should treat it accordingly. You cannot change it, but you can immediately change your direction in life if you feel that your recent past actions are not taking you to where you want to be. Look at your past as experiments you've done with your reality and see what worked and what didn't work for you. Run this experiment right now. On a piece of paper, write down which moments in your past translated to amazing memories, to moments that made a positive difference in your life, and then those which you regret the most. In order to win at life, you need to have more of the first ones and less of the second ones. It's that easy. Number 4, if you want better, go get better. The universe is not going to hand you the life you want just because you believe you're special. You need to put in the work to get it. This should be your wake-up call, Aluxers. Complaining for not having enough, for not being enough, for people not treating you right. It can all change if you do something about it. We cannot underline the importance of this point enough. If you want to live a better life, then go build a better life for yourself. Do whatever it takes. There is no progress in just standing by and complaining. You are in charge of your reality, and your current one is a reflection of your current actions. Number 5, have less, do more, maintain balance. Excess in any form leads to an unbalanced life, and when something's unbalanced, it ends up crushing on the floor. If you're one of those viewers who only reads the last titles, you're not going to understand what this point is about because we are a luxury channel. We more or less preach about having more money, more freedom, more in life, and that's a good thing. So this title is counterintuitive if you don't check out the fine print. Having less has to do with your possessions. Now let me explain. There are two types of possessions in life. 1, the things that you need. 2, the things you own. It turns out the more things you own, the more these things tend to own you. Let's say you have multiple homes around the world, multiple cars, etc. At one point, you'll not be able to enjoy them. Instead, they constantly need to be maintained. So in turn, now a bit of your time, your work, your skills are no longer working for you as an individual, but you're now a slave to things which you don't even get to enjoy. Be as successful as you want. Buy whatever it is that you want. But there's a difference between the things that you need and the things you own. You don't need everything you own, and it's just cluttering up your life. On the other side of the coin, doing more of the things that make you feel alive is unrivaled. You are the sum of your experiences, and these help you become the person you wish you were. Maintaining balance between these two segments of your life will result in you elevating yourself as a human being truly alive and not slaving away for material possessions. If you're curious to see what having a ton of money can do to your life, we made a video called 15 Insane Things Rich People Did With Their Money, which you can check out in the top right corner. You'll realize Johnny Depp is actually on the verge of bankruptcy, despite being paid over $30 million for each movie. Number 6, choose quality over quantity. Quantity is never an accident. It's always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and skillful execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Look around you at the quality of your environment. What level of quality are your possessions, your food, your experiences, and relationships? Is there room for improvement? If you want to get better at life, find ways to systematically increase the quality of your reality without putting yourself in danger. This doesn't mean you should go out and buy a brand new car just so you can increase the comfort when being stuck in traffic. Instead, have a look at the quality of relationships, at the quality of how you spend your spare time. You'll realize there are so many angles to this which do not require a financial investment, but just a bit of thought going into it, and your entire life can change for the better. You might not know this, but if you've discovered us on YouTube, we've been running a very successful website for several years on what it means to live an elegant life at www.alux.com. Our tagline there is luxury and fine living, and we dare to say that fine living is even more important than the luxury part. Number 7, the small pieces make the big picture. The beauty of life lies in the details, which at the end make the most beautiful composition. When people think about their lives, they usually recall the big moments, a few childhood memories, finding you're someone special, getting married, having kids, the loss of their parents, and so on. These are incredibly important and should be treated as such, but life is not these moments. Actually, they make up for less than 0.001% of your existence. The remaining time is the stuff you do not remember. That's when life happens, when you're sitting in bed reading Reddit, when you're stuck in traffic, or when you're asleep. If you want to win at life, you can start by making small changes to these moments. Buy a better mattress, a better pair of shoes, listen to some audiobooks while in traffic, or share the ride with someone interesting. You'll find that small increases in highly repetitive environments lead to a much higher quality of life, and you'll be a happier individual in the end. Number 8, don't chase people. Be an example. Attract them. We'd rather be surrounded by 3 close friends who are there for the long run than have 20 fake friends who won't answer your call when you need them. Life has a weird way of bringing people together, and from our experience, this entire process is hackable, which means you can use it to your advantage. Most people go about it the wrong way. They chase people, they try to squeeze themselves in with the cool kids, and reality shows that's not going to happen. Instead, we recommend you become the person you'd be interested in hanging out with. You want to hang out with celebrities? Become a celebrity. You want to be surrounded by quality friends? Then you'd better start behaving like a quality friend. When you become the person you want to be around, people of the same level will gravitate towards you. This is one of those tactics which fairly few people are aware of because it requires you to put in the work. Number 9. Everything has a price. Find what's undervalued. People today tend to know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. That's where we see opportunity. If you want to have an edge in life, you'd better invest your time in learning to read the value of things. Everyone can read a price tag, but very few are able to understand the value of something. We call this life arbitrage, where something is worth more than the price really sets for it. If the arbitrage is there for us, we make the trade. There's no point in even thinking about it because you're bringing more value into your life than the amount of money you just traded. There are things in life that are cheap but valuable. Just take our channel, for example. These videos are free for you to watch, but that doesn't mean they're not valuable. Same with books. A book will cost you around $15, but the knowledge in it, applied correctly, could generate tens of thousands or even millions of dollars. Remember what we mentioned in our last Sunday video? A single idea can make you rich, so pay the price for things that are undervalued. Number 10. The lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. Very few people's opinions matter in life. The rest is just noise. If your goal is to win, you can't allow the words of others to derail you from your goal. Haters are so disappointed in their own performance in life, the only way for them to feel better about their miserable lives is to bring others down to their level. You're on a journey to greatness, and their opinions shouldn't matter. You are the apex predator of your dream. There's nothing a sheep could do that could keep you from achieving that dream unless you let it. If you like where this is going or you're surrounded by people who are trying to bring you down, we have the perfect video for you. It's called 15 Things You Didn't Know About Your Haters, which you can check out by clicking in the top right corner. It's one of our favorite videos we've ever made, and once in a while we recommend you go through it again, just to remind yourself who you are and who they are. Number 11. Have more than you show, speak less than you know. Life is all about being strategic with the resources you have. Life is a lot like chess, which means you should always be one step ahead of your environment. Having more than you show gives you an edge. These resources are concealed, and you know you can deploy them if it comes to it. Wealth comes from being unshakable. And please note we didn't say rich, but wealth. And at this point, we hope you're already familiar with the difference between the two. We've never liked people who talk too much. They're so keen on putting everything they know on the table just to make themselves feel important that it's easy to see that afterwards, there's nothing left behind the curtain. You've probably met this type of person in your life before. So be strategic with your attention, with your time, with your money, and only deploy these tools when they serve your interests or those of whom you care about. Number 12. Surround yourself with people with emotional and intellectual depth. You become one of your environment, so make sure you're feeding off a quality circle. This video is about winning at life, and as you know, life is more like a marathon than a sprint. There's another saying we enjoy which goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Your circle, your squad, your team, your family, your friends are one of the most important factors which influence your chances of making it. You don't need surface people, you need depth. People who understand life, who take this seriously and are willing to join and challenge you to become better. People are superficial. Having emotional and intellectual depth has become a goal in and of itself. Number 13. Don't go along with the bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that. You need to start saying no to bullshit so you can start saying yes to things that matter in your journey. We've built everything on the premise of not bullshitting ourselves and not bullshitting others just for the sake of sounding good, which makes us unlikable sometimes, but we'd rather stick to the brutal truth than pretending everything is okay when it isn't. Because life is not like that. If you go along with the bullshit, at some point you'll be so trapped in it, it'll almost be impossible to escape it. Life is not about meaningless things, not about doing others favors that you don't want to, or letting others walk all over you. If something is bullshit, call it out. Call yourself out when you know you're lying to yourself. Being truthful about your reality is the first step in actually changing it for the better. Number 14. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Nobody cares about your plans until they become reality. The world will judge you based on what you accomplish because, frankly, we're all too busy doing our own thing to care about some plans that you have. You know that talk is cheap, right? Everybody can talk, everybody has ideas, but so very few take action. How many of you watch our videos but never actually use any of the information? You know it can have a positive impact, yet you choose not to. If you want to move ahead in life, you'll actually need to start doing the things which will move you closer to your goals. Number 15. Become valuable. Invest in yourself. It pays the best dividends. You are your greatest asset. You are the rain man, and you can bring rain into your life, and that's all under your control. A person who's truly valuable will always find a place in the market, will always not only be able to provide for themselves and their family, but be able to adapt and acquire new knowledge, which increases how valuable they are. Becoming valuable is the only way to trade your time and your knowledge for things you want from life. How valuable are you? How much value can you put into the world? That's how much you are worth, and the world will reflect that onto your reality. This video had a more tactical and strategic approach than our previous one because we wanted to share this perspective as well. We're not sure if we'll do a part 3 for this unless you guys really find them valuable. Either way, next Sunday we're going to be doing something different, and we plan on upsetting a bunch of people. Now, we're curious to know, Aluxers, should we do a part 3 for this Rules to Win at Life series? Let us know in the comments. If enough of you ask for it, maybe in a couple of months we'll do another one, more focused on the small actions one can take to increase their chances of success. Now, if you're still watching at this point, you're probably a regular Aluxer, so we want to say a quick thank you. We really appreciate you taking the time to go through the entire thing, so we saved a really good bonus rule just for you. Number 16. Bet on yourself. The only thing you can truly control in this life is your actions. The amount of work you put in the day, the amount of sleep you have, the type of goals you set for yourself, and nobody has more to win or lose than you do. Why not really go for it, Aluxers? Bringing together everything you've learned in life and go all in on yourself. Put in the work, keep focused, and start bringing in those life points. Because the truth is, nobody, and we really mean it, nobody wants to be successful more than you do. If you feel that you are ready to put your actions where your mouth is, it's time to cut the bullshit and get busy. After this video is done, take the first step, no matter how small, in the right direction. You know what you have to do, right? If you don't, it probably means you're not there just yet. But if you are ready to bet on yourself, you know what you have to do. Please write "I am ready" in the comments. This will be the calm before the storm, which is your adventure. Once you post that comment, there's no turning back. You need to take action. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.